Hi traders, welcome to the next part of this exciting series where I am coding a gold trader EA with ChatGPT, and I am showing you all the steps, plus I put the EA on a live account as well, so you can follow it here if you want on MQL5. Check out how it is doing. You can also copy it, but at this moment it is just the early stage of development. Still, it reached 28%, so it seems like it is going to be a great robot when it is going to be finished, but we have many hours of work to do. You can also get the source code and some plus set files and stuff, the package on Gumroad as well in the description. So it is going to be an exciting journey, and I put it on a live account because I think it is insanely important to follow all the EAs on live accounts as well that you are developing. Now, if you are watching this series, you already know the whole strategy, what we added, but if it is your first video that you watch from this series, first of all, I recommend for you to check out all the other videos as well that I have on the channel with this series, but I also don't want to exclude anyone who only want to watch this part. So the strategy is very simple. First of all, we have some global features like max spread, like trading hours, risk percentage, lot size calculations based on 4 methods, my favorite methods. We have max lot size, we have stop loss, take profit, adjustable magic number, trade comment. The strategy is very simple. It is based on EMAs, exponential moving averages, and above below condition. We have above below condition for the RSI and for the ADX. This is our entry strategy, and we have some exit strategies that are pretty complex, and this is the reason why it is actually doing great. You can check it out. I can test it just for a couple of years, so it is going to be at least quick with 1 minute OHLC, because now I don't want to wait until the tick data test is finished. It is the same result as with 1 minute OHLC anyway, as I said in all the videos, because I coded with ChatGPT this EA this way intentionally to have the same results with 1 minute OHLC and with every tick data. So this is our current situation. I put this on the live account. It was very good at selecting trades as well as entries and exits. The exit strategy is based on a specific volatility based exit with RSI. We have break even as well, and ATR based trailing stop with additional percentage based start feature, which is my favorite one. It is one custom feature that I am always using. Now, in this video I am going to add 1 or 2 entry parameters to the EA, and this is going to be the whole strategy for this video, the whole structure, not the whole strategy for for this series, because we are nowhere near the end. And which is important, that I am actually using the O3 mini high version of the ChatGPT, because for my style, for my thinking, for my logical kind of mindset, it is the best one, but you can use any of the models basically. So I copied the code, and now we only have to tell the exact rules to ChatGPT so it can process it and add the right parameters, inputs and logic to the whole code. And I want to show you every step in this series, how you can code an EA, a fully automated complex EA, just with ChatGPT without touching the code. It is very tough for me, but it is also a challenge. So, in this part, I am going to add two things. The first is another version of the EMA part. So let's start with that. In this EA, I have an EMA above below function, and I would like you to add a I don't know, a true false, so I can decide if it is just an above below function or a cross above cross below function for buy and sell trades. Now it is important because, as I showed you in this strategy, and it is doing good so far, but in this strategy we only have an above below function, which means that, for example, the 10 EMA exponential moving average has to be above, let's say, 100 EMA. But I want to be able to switch it to cross. So basically I want to have a trigger point instead of a set of above below conditions, where if the price or the, for example, 10 EMA is crossing above the 100 EMA, not just above, but crossing, in that moment the EA needs to take a trade if the other conditions are also in place and met with all the conditions, like the RSI and ADX ones. So I want to decide on that because it can really add to a strategy. I want to give it some structure, some perspective. It is sell trades, and just so I am sure it knows what I mean. Also, I want to add a CCI condition as well. Also add a CCI based condition for the entry strategy, where the default is when the CCI is below, when the CCI, I don't want to have extremes here. I'm just thinking just a little bit, because I want you to see that sometimes it is you have to decide what you want to do with a certain strategy. You want to break out, you want trend following, so reverse all, but I just want something like this. When the CCI is above 0, and for sell when the CCI is below 0. Now it is going to know that the first condition is for buy. I am sure about this. Is here. Let's see. And sorry, I am mistyping some stuff because it is already very late in the evening and I am tired. But I wanted to make this video for you because many of you wrote me on Telegram and in email that it's a great series, and so I can't stop. I can't stop now. I can't let you down. Let's see. For EMA, if input use cross is true, checks first. Otherwise, yeah, okay, this is good. For the CCI condition, the EMA requires that the current CCI value is above 0 for a long trend and below 0 for short trade. Okay, perfect. It understood my intentions and my logic, even though I am tired, and in this way I couldn't give as good like instructions as I'm usually doing, which is sorry about that. Yeah, okay, let's start. Let's see, it doesn't have any mistakes at all, which is good. I don't have to think about that. Let's see where it put these. Okay, just right at the end. The new rule, yeah, if it's false, yeah, so let's just use the false one, like the simple one that we tested so far. One thing I want to add, please, not least, please, add input parameters for the CCI value as well for long and short separately. But it's okay, it is going to know. But no, I don't believe it is going to know actually. But yeah, so I am adding this because if I want to do something like, what if it's above plus 200 or 100, not just 0, then, you know, I want to be able to adjust that. It is very important with a strategy that you want to use long term to have all the inputs in your so adjustable, basically, not just as internal inputs but as external ones. Yeah. Okay, the period is there. For some reason I didn't ask for it, but it's good that it's there because sometimes I'm using much different periods for the CCI and for the ADX as well. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, of course, not hard-coded value, but something that is adjustable, which is very important for us. Okay, and now for fun, I hope you understand my logic. I know in this case I am talking a little bit more faster and don't explain everything so in so much detail, but you told me that I can go a little bit faster in this series. It might not be the case for beginners, so I am explaining everything still, so don't worry. If you are a beginner, I want to make this video series especially for you, so you are going to be able to test your strategies that you coded with ChatGPT and understand what kind of instructions you have to give to it to don't have many errors and stuff. So here we can add for the long trades if it needs to be above 200 or something like that. And here, as a CCI is of course an oscillator, and most of the time people are using between minus 200 and plus 200. Based on Google, even between minus 100 and plus 100, but those are not extremes enough, I think, to use. Just use the 0 in that case if you are trading trends or something like that. But okay, and we have the cross as well. Let's just run it because now we added the condition for the CCI, and let's run it. How many trades it is going to take out, how many more trades it is going to have this way. It is going to be more profitable or the same, who knows, or it's even working, because sometimes ChatGPT can code stuff that is not even working. Okay, let's see. We have some statistics here, and I want to check if it's really working. So if you are a non-coder, I recommend for you in this case to just try out a couple different kind of parameters to just check it out if it's actually working or not. Because I have some suspicions, but no, my suspicions are not true. This is absolutely working. It has almost half the amount of trades when I used in more extreme conditions. I don't know if it's even possible with gold to use this, because I'm usually only using 200 to establish some rules, but we will see if it's taking some trades. Yeah, it is taking some trades, but a very low amount, and it is not better. So we are going back to, let's say, 50 and minus 50, and you can use minus in the long trades as well. For the long trades, it's smooth. It's I like this. I like this version. It's not bad at all. It's almost similar to the original strategy. But now you can play around with CCI as well. Sometimes it is so important. Now let's see the... Oh, yeah, the cross is working. We have no trades at all. In this case, I am going to just run a small, like a little optimization, because I'm curious why it is not working, if it has any deeper meaning to it, or it is just some bug in the code that we have to check with ChatGPT. We have kind of serious parameters here, so it is not going to take many trades, but at least I checked that it is not a problem with the cross. You can check it this way very easily. So just run a simple optimization, and if it's taking some trades, then it is not the case that there is a bug in a code because of this true or false function, and therefore the EA is not taking any trades. It is not the case here. But I think if we were using, I don't know, maybe let's just play around with a little bit, because I think it can be so important for even, especially for beginners. Let's see how many trades. What is our current statistic? Yeah, 0. Okay. Yeah. And let's go with 10 as the ADX threshold. So when we are taking a trade, so far we had to be above 30 ADX, which is highly advanced trend, but it is not the issue. I think maybe if we go with something like 30 for the 34 for the slow, and for the fast, like something like 1, and maybe it is going to be too slow. Yeah, so now I am going to just check something, and it is what is happening if I am doing an optimization, and we are also, let's run it, if it is very good with the, because the cross, I wanted to tell it to you. So far this is more of a day trading or even scalping strategy, but I wanted to add a parameter so even long-term traders can appreciate this strategy, and a trigger as a cross as a trigger is crucial for a long-term strategy. So this is why I added, and now I want to run some optimization on it. If you are new to this series, then I have to tell it because I am telling it in every video basically. So there are going to be parts, multiple parts, where I am actually doing robustness testing, walk forward testing, all these things, out of sample testings. You are going to be even bored with it, but in these videos, it is not my intention. My intention is to figure out kind of what are the basic parameters, numbers for the parameters that this EA likes to trade and that is successful. And we are also always trading on live accounts, so even in this period, over optimization, like anti-over optimization methods are in place. So we are just playing around, don't worry. Let's do something like this here, and don't be too restrictive. Let's do the same here, because it can turn out that this is too much for the cross. Okay, ADX, yes, okay, we can run it. And we are going to see if it is taking some trades or not. And if you're a long-term trader, you are not going to need many trades, you just need a couple of great trades that are actually working and that are just, you know, sniper, like perfect. Yeah, it is kind of... I think I'm going to adjust one more thing, and I am coming back to the optimization. I am curious what is the most amount. Yeah, that is not profitable. Okay, so the most profitable with normal very long-term trading results is 16. I'm just curious how much is our win rate. Yeah, it's pretty good, I have to tell you, but it is very, very long-term. So this video is also about long-term trading, because I think it is important as well. We can't be blinded by all the stuff. Let's do this. And now I am liberating all these parameters because I want to try out something with this particular one. Yeah, so basically what we know, and I was curious about this one, and I was very suspicious that actually with the cross the EA can take many trades, and listen carefully, because this is where a lot of traders have a hard time. When you are testing, for example, a function like this, like a cross function, and you have a couple of conditions and you see that it's not working, my EA is not working, man, I have to remove the cross. And so they are setting the cross to false, or they are removing it completely and they are abandoning it. But they didn't consider that any of these indicators can be really too tough on the cross, because a cross function is very, very hard to find trades with if you have very tough confirmation indicators in place. And this way now we have it is the first time I am using this word. It is a confirmation indicator. It means that you have a trigger point, which is the EMAs in this point, in this case, which are going to decide to take a trade exactly here. And then you have confirmations that after that DA has to make sure that the ADX is above a certain value, that the RSI is above a certain value, that the CCI is above a certain value. This is very important. And let's see, we have many more trades now, 10 times more trades now, when I adjusted all these different indicators to different values. And it actually doesn't mean that there is something suspicious about this cross. It just means that the market is already packed with traders who are trading a simple cross with the simple confirmation indicators, because it's one of the most used strategies. So you have to be creative. You have to use different parameters for your indicators, different values for your indicators. That is what we are doing here. And who bought this package, I am going to include set files from this session, this series part as well, and I am going to put this new set file and this new version of the EA with the new CCI and true or false EMA cross function to the live markets, which is very, very important. And let's see what is going to happen next week. So exciting, in my opinion. For a trader, what is more exciting than trading live? I don't want to wait it out, because even with using agents, I want to stop it. Let's see the first version with this whole new parameter set, how stable it is, very stable. I am impressed by this, especially it is not bad. This period is also great. Many traders, if they would have this period in these years, they would be so happy, but this period is especially good, and it means great things because it even had many successful trades in this period, which was the hardest for any EA ever. So I am impressed by this. I'm going to save this as a set file, and to make it even more interesting, let's see some lower drawdown one as well, because it seems like it's very different. I'm seeing the trades are taking place, and especially the dynamic exits. I think the dynamic exits are insanely different here. See this smooth curve? It's beautiful, right? And we are going to see if it's doing good on live account as well. We are just going to test it because it is the single most important part actually. But yeah, it is using the dynamic exits in a more sophisticated way. I think this video was it. I hope it was useful for you. If you are interested in scalping, day trading, long-term trading, investing with these kind of strategies, with this particular EA, who am I kidding? Now I'm going to make 100 parts for this series because it is so exciting and interesting for a coder or for a trader who likes to trade with gold or with EAs. So let me know in the comments anything. Subscribe to the channel. This is very important for me with this series because it's completely free, and I am spending a ton of hours with preparing to these sessions and making sure that you understand these parts and you can follow it. Also, just enjoy this series. Ciao.